Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show. This is episode 120, and today I am going to talk to you about something a little bit different, which is how to fearlessly expect the best in your business always, because it's something that's come up a little bit in my world at the moment, in and around like what I do, but also with my private clients. And I thought it would be a nice opportunity to come in and use my podcast as a platform for a voice for the way that I show up and show up fearlessly and always expecting the best in my business. And so I thought maybe it was a good idea to share that with you too. Before we get started with today's episode, though, I want to talk about a new lead magnet that I have built. So, in non-marketing terms, it is a free resource for you. And it is a critical marketing resource that I think that each business should have. And if you don't have a free resource in your business called a lead magnet, okay, to help you build your database, this is something that you should do. And I teach how to do that inside the membership, Superhero Marketing, my signature membership. But this one I've put together just through listening to the gaps in the market and what people are struggling with. So I've taught a few masterclasses and events recently that have been free, and I've had a lot of people join in, and I always get lots of questions at the end of each of them. And so this is the catalyst for the reason for building that. And it is titled The 3 Essential Posts Your Business Needs to Get More People Through the Door with Templates and Swipe Copy. All right. And so what that means is that I will tell you the 3 posts that you need, but I've also built the templates, which are Canva templates for you to just plug and play your brand into. So it currently has my brand in there, but I want you to switch it out and use your brand. And also this document has words for you to use too. And so you don't have to think of anything. Okay, so I'm telling you the what you need to do and the how you need to do, because I want more people to show up well and utilize social media for all it is worth. And you need to have these posts in your business pinned to the top of your Instagram to really optimize that. So I want to give you the templates and swipe copy as well. So head over to my website. It's also on my Instagram, and it's also going to be in the show notes of this podcast episode. But to get the 3 essential posts your business needs to get more people through your door with templates and swipe copy, because that's something that's been missing a little bit. Okay, so let's get into today's podcast episode. How to fearlessly expect the best in your business always. And so naturally, by nature, I'm quite a positive person, and I always have been, and I always kind of see the glass as half full, and I always kind of know in my heart of hearts that through consistency, showing up, discipline, always being present, that my business will grow. And I naturally have quite an abundant mindset that's always really positive and uplifting and everything like that. But that doesn't necessarily come easy to lots of people. And I wanted to kind of break that down a little bit to be able to maybe give you some ideas and tips on how you can show up fearlessly and always expect the best in your business, because the universe is out to help you, not the other way around. And so when you are open to that and you kind of put yourself out there, you agree to receive, then it happens tenfold. Now, I don't want to make any mistake about this, but I've been doing, well, any mistakes in saying this, but I've been doing this for about 6 years. And so the way things come to me might seem like they're easier, but it has been like a constant like road of consistency and always showing up and leaning in and evolving and growing, as my business has also done. And so just know that as well, that I've been doing this for 6 years, and I've been sending almost weekly emails for 6 years and just nurturing. It's almost probably more than that. It's probably 7 years actually, if I do the maths, but just know that that's where this stems from. And I've always got such a positive outlook. And so that really, really helps. But I think that, when you do run a business, it often feels like you're walking a bit of a tightrope and every decision that you make can either be the fine line of whether you are making money in your business or not, or dodging a bullet or seizing an opportunity or something like that. And I think that when you can strike a balance between that, it can lead to massive success, or potential disaster. But you have to really lean into like that positive mindset. And, a significant part of that influences this balance is fear, right? So the fear is always there, the fear of not doing well, the fear of failure or the fear of loss, and also the fear of the unknown. I think it gets most people because you really don't know as a business what's around the corner. And I think how to expect the best and understand how to put that in at the start of your day and sort of work towards that in your business and that for your mindset, I think is the key to overcoming fear, which is the complete opposite, or failure, which is the complete opposite, because everyone's capable of massive success in their business, but you just have to believe it within yourself first. So I think the first thing I want to talk about is shifting like mindset from fear to being really optimistic. And I think you really need to start to do that at the beginning of your day. And so have a think about what are the things that you could do at the start of your day that can really change your mindset to think more positively, to think more optimistically, to think that, what you are doing and putting out there is moving you in the right direction. Now, it's not going to happen overnight, but when you're consistent in your messaging, when you have a strategy, the way that you show up, when you're putting yourself out there and doing it, it does happen slowly. And you might not notice it at first, but it's a huge shift that will happen. And I think when you are driven by those messaging of being fearless and expecting the best in your business, the fear goes away. Okay. And it's more of a like that primal, I'm going to be successful regardless of what happens or how it happens, or, not what I have to do to get there, but I will always maintain a positive mindset. And I'm going to do that by starting my day off in this way, learning how to cope with things in this way. So whether it's listening to a beautiful playlist that you've built for yourself and like a pump up playlist, or whether that is going for a walk in the morning to get those endorphins out and running and kind of get those outdoor feels, in your body, whether it is doing some kind of yoga activity to move your body or something like that, just to open up your mind and positivity and all of those things. Like, think about the things that you need to do and start your day off with to fearlessly be able to expect the best in your business, and understand that the fear that you might be feeling, or, some days are better than others. I think that understanding that and leaning into that is also healthy, but putting some measures around your morning to start it off really well and positive as a business is going to set you up for the rest of the day. And then, I think the psychology of fear in your decision-making becomes less, because you have put these pillars in place where you are not fearful of the next move. And, I feel like your vibe attracts your tribe. And I say this a lot, but it's so true. People can sniff out all of these things a mile away. And one thing that I have learned over the years is it's not like that one speaking engagement that you do that's going to bring in heaps of clients. It's not one networking event that you do that's going to bring in heaps of clients. It's not that one podcast episode or interview or one piece of marketing that you do, but what you are doing is putting it out there to everyone, and more so telling yourself that you're ready for everything that is good that is coming in business. And, I will say that, so not this International Women's Day, but last International Women's Day, I was asked by the government of South Australia to come in to be interviewed for their promotional material in and around International Women's Day and small business. Now, that was a full 360 moment for me, because I used to sit in that team wasn't the last corporate job that I had before I worked for myself, but it almost was. And so that was my peers. And then, so that was 6 or 7 years ago. And over the last 6 or 7 years, I have been showing up consistently on my LinkedIn. I have been showing up on my Facebook, on my Instagram, in my messages, and no one in that team, or department has ever commented, liked, shared, interacted with me on LinkedIn. And the message that I got was like, we want you to come in to be like the front face of the International Women's Day campaign this year. We love what you do. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you guys have never interacted with me. And so there's as that example, like I could never have predicted that would happen, that was around the corner, that those that are silently watching you are the ones that will be the biggest game changers in your business. But it's fearlessly expecting the best in your business, that those type of things are around the corner, is fundamentally the key to having those things around the corner, right? Is to keep showing up, knowing that tomorrow is a new day. You know, if business was easy, everyone would do it, and it's not, which is why they don't. And so just remember that it's like the consistency is what will set you apart from everybody else, but it's then your ability to be able to fearlessly expect the best in your business all the time, and then use those tools like setting your day up well at the start to be able to mitigate any risk of any fear coming into your decision making and how you start your day. Another point I want to make is the role of like vision boards, vision statements, and mission statements. Now, they're all awesome. I particularly love the vision board one the best, and I learned how to do this really well last year. So what I have done is created a Pinterest board of like a few Pinterest boards in and around the visions I have for my life, for, you know, where I want to live, for my business. And I started to build out those boards. And what you can do in your phone is add the Pinterest widget to your home screen. And so I do that, and it updates every half an hour and just reminds me of all of the things that I want to have and expect, and the best out of my business. And so that is a really powerful tool. And I'm a real visual person, so I love seeing those pretty pictures and all of that stuff. And I think it's also really important to have vision statements and mission statements, especially if you have a team, because then they can also be on board with that. But the whole Pinterest board and having that on your home screen as a widget, it has honestly been the best thing for me. So my screensaver on my phone has always been pictures of my kids. And I don't want to change that. And so to be able to balance that out, the Pinterest widget is awesome, and you can choose how big or small you want it to be. And then it updates all the time. And so that's a really good way of reminding yourself of what your visions are, and then also playing out to that in that 1% that you do every day to fearlessly show up and expect the best in your business. You know, fear can have a really big impact on your business and can also stop you from doing new things, seeing new people, and making decisions. And so, you know, I think fear stems from lots of places, and, you know, money is a big part of that, but also, you know, when you start to lean into the other side of that, okay, so recognizing that it is, you know, you need to shift that fear into optimism, and that's a really positive place to come from. And it will help you to fearlessly expect the best in your business. Good things start to happen. So I think part of leaning into that is also recognizing, okay, well, what are the things that are making me feel fearful? How do I need to overcome them? What do I need to do? What are the triggers? And it could be, you know, a range of different things, but you've got to lean into what they actually are. And then you can begin crafting strategies and ways to help you overcome them. One of them is obviously to hire a business coach to work with somebody. And that way, it can, that's like your personal pump up tool, right? That person, and they can help you come up with ways and strategies specifically for you to overcome that in your world, and have a think about, well, because you're so close to your business, right? Sometimes you can't see it anymore, but someone external looking in, like myself, for example, can pick out those blind spots and help you in your decision-making process, and help you to put some tools around what that looks like to help you to be able to tackle them, to reframe your mind to fearlessly expect the best in your business. And also, you need to be quite realistic about your achievements and, your goals, but it's really important to have them, okay? So in terms of putting yourself out there, like I said earlier, it might not be that networking event that you went to brings you 2 clients. It might not be the speaking engagement that you spoke at brings you 4 clients, but what is around the corner when you continuously show up in your socials, you're sharing with people what you're actually doing out there in the world, it comes around, and it might not be directly from that thing that you did, but it will always come around. And when you can have that optimism to always expect the best in your business, the rest comes. You just have to believe in the process. That is all I wanted to share with you today, my friends. It's a bit of a different episode, but I wanted to share with you a few little tips that have helped me and help me every single day to maintain that positivity. Everyone has a lot going on in their lives, and it's how you stay positive, be optimistic, and fearless about the goals that you want to achieve, that, really proves to yourself how amazing you are and how you are very worthy of achieving all of those things. So I hope this episode has helped you in some way, shape, or form to fearlessly expect the best in your business always. Like I said before, there is a new resource on my part for you, and that is the 3 essential posts your business needs to get more people through the door, with templates and swipe copy ready for you to implement straight away into your business to start making a difference. That is all. I'm going to go and do some other little things I need to do now. Have the best week, guys, and I will see you next week for another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show.